telling you, and it's
Right.
nothing. But he's puffing up like a 12-year-old child, though. He's still angry.
Yeah.
Eventually, I would say like if you it's all depends on how much care that you actually got for the guy. If you care about them that much, just ask him like what's wrong. It's like at least maybe 10 times that day, and then just leave it like 10 times. Yeah, because look at it as it's a child. Many of these men act like we're including myself and like we're kids. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm in the boat too. Yeah. So we act like we like this big behind ego, but it's just we're trying to protect something, but it's that
Hmm.
something isn't there. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing there. So, but normally, what happened with me was like she kept nagging me about it, nagging me about it. Even like, eventually, I give her clues, and sometimes she may still not get it, but then I tell her exactly what it is. I said, "Listen, yeah, this right here, what you did was not cool. It's like I was just telling like I know how to get to the post office. That's a dumb argument. That's a dumb argument for getting mad at
Yeah.
somebody for 2 weeks. It's dumb. I know how to get to the post office, and you saying okay, I got it, I got a handle. I said like that's not fair. So just
Right.
stuff like that.
Hmm. Do you think it would be better if men just kind of like addressed it right when they felt it? Like as soon as they feel it, they're like, "Hey, I don't like that you did this. Could we figure out a way around it?" Because I feel like that's what women do.
Hmm.
But in the same breath, I think that's what gets on men's nerves, and they're like, "You're nagging me. Like you keep saying these little things, and it's too much." What do
Right.
you think is the better method to address these issues?
No, yeah, I think what you say, addressing it head on, like immediately
Mm-hmm.
when it happened, is actually crucial.
Oh,
I don't know how many men do it because me, I don't even do it. I don't actually address things head on. I address it when
yeah.
it happened like 5 to 6 times, because yeah, because I see it as me personally. This is how I see stuff as we're all humans and we make
Mm-hmm.
mistakes. So
Okay.
yeah, so thus maybe that was just an accident that took place and you
Right.
wasn't aware of it. So why should I get mad? Who am I to get mad at you because you
Right.
just made a little accident? But if it keep happening, like if it passed 3 to 4 or 5 times, it's like, okay. Now this is intentional, meaning that this
It's
is
supposed to live
something.
it.
Yeah, this is something that you actually was raised doing. This is just
Mm-hmm.
you just know that you're doing it. You're being literally disrespectful. So now it's like,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna actually address it, and I'm gonna actually talk about it, or I'm gonna actually bring it up. Like I won't. At that time I may not be mad, like
Right.
but because I'm aware of this thing. Then, but once we finish actually talking about it, and you do it again, now that's where argument comes from. Now we're actually
So,
going back and forth.
so for me, I feel like once we talk about it
Mm-hmm.
and then you do it again, that's when it becomes disrespectful because it's like, you know how I feel on that?
Mm-hmm.
We discussed it
Mm-hmm.
and you still just feel like you should do what you want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
that's when it becomes like disrespectful to me.
You're right.
How do you feel about that?
Um, I would say okay. When you address something, Pete, me personally, how I look at it as since we're humans, we don't actually
Mm-hmm.
change immediately.
No.
Yeah, just like if I say that I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go, I haven't really walked for a minute. I just, eat a lot of grass. But let's just say if I say I want to actually go walk and everything, that don't mean
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow I'm gonna get out of the room and actually go walking. It ain't gonna happen like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it never happened like that. It might take a whole month before I even go outside and say, okay, I'm gonna take 2 steps this way. But it's not
Okay.
gonna, change doesn't happen like that. Change happens slowly and gradually. So when you actually bring something up, like an argument will happen with me, it's not disrespect. It's just okay. So now it's like I did bring it up, and I'm still observing to see that when are you gonna actually, when is it gonna sink in your subconscious, or when is it gonna sink in, let's just say you're the man or a woman,
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind, so that could actually completely change it because nobody could change immediately. Even if we look at how nature works, she don't just suddenly die out 1 minute and grow the whole bunch of fruits the next. It's a gradual change eventually until
Mm-hmm.
that fruit actually become good enough for us to actually eat off. So that's how I look at it as.
Okay, that's an interesting outlook. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a much more patient outlook, and I don't know if it's me as a woman or if all women are like this, but we tend to feel like Like we want it now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, we talked about it today. Tomorrow, I want you to have me 3 dozen roses and take me out to that. Like, I want you to change. Like now, as soon as we
Yeah.
discuss it, it's supposed to happen. I think that your outlook is much more patient.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you think that women as a whole tend to be, or like rush, like immediate? They want things to happen right then and there. Or do you think they tend to be more, patient and willing to wait and work with you?
I think a woman who wants a woman who got the same amount of pride as the dude got that amount of pride. Yeah, they want that joint fast. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you with that, but yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But if you wanted, normally the people who was our teacher when we was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
um, if we could, those are the people who we're actually looking at, and when we find another mate, a male or a female, and we actually put that type of mindset that we got from our teacher. This
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what I expect from out of this man. So this man should change like this. That
Yeah.
woman should change like that. etc. And then if we don't get that, then that means that the results that our teacher was telling us don't work. I mean, it
Yeah.
absolutely don't work. It's just trash. Literally, I think that is the mindset that woman and man, both of us actually have in our head. Whoever taught
Mm-hmm.
us about how we're supposed to actually treat ladies, how we're supposed to approach them, how we should be patient with them or not patient with them. I think that if we see that the result